Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have a crazy update for you guys. So as I explained before in my past videos, I have these surges of moments where things happen in my house where I conclude that they're paranormal experiences or things that I simply cannot explain. So I had also mentioned in that paranormal update before this video that my friend Edward and David had come over for a photo shoot and some weird things started happening. Well, I have some add-ons to that paranormal update, and I believe that whatever's in this house has developed a liking towards my friend Edward. Edward is one of my dear friends, and him and I hang out here and there. We always do random things with our other friends. We all get along. Edward is a skeptical Scorpio, so you know how Scorpios are. Not to get all crazy with zodiac signs, but he's a stereotypical Scorpio, very hard-headed. And when I tell him oh, these paranormal experiences, this and that, it's not that he doesn't listen to me, but I know that it's not his cup of tea. And he has always told me I had to see it to believe it. And he's not completely off towards it, but again, I know that he has not had many paranormal experiences. So, I don't even know how to explain this, but I had sent it to my friend Clarissa. Hey Clarissa boo, how you doing? And I was like, girl, these weird things keep happening and I'm scared that Edward doesn't want to come over. So this is basically what had happened. Okay, I sent her a list of the things. Okay, so as you can tell right here, my bed is right here. And one day Edward had came over and him and I were just talking about what we were gonna do that day. And he was laying on this side and I was laying on the other side. So he was right near the table. And my phone was flat on the table right here. So here's my phone. It was like this, okay? Mind you, I have a new phone. I have the 10R. So with that being said, I'm very particular about where I leave my phone. I've always been very careful with my phones. I would never put my phone on any unstable surface because if it breaks, I'm screwed. You know, I'm a college student. I'm broke. So anyways, both of our phones are right here. And him and I were just talking, okay? And we were kind of talking about paranormal, ghosts and stuff like that. And he was also saying I need to see it to believe it. And we were just nonchalantly continuing with our conversation when out of nowhere, my phone literally fell off of the table. And him and I got dead quiet and looked at each other. And I'm trying not to freak out because I don't want to seem psycho. I know he's really not into that type of thing and I don't want him to be scared, but right away he looked down at the floor at my phone and I was like, how did that happen? And here I am, I'm freaking out. I let everything loose. And he's like, no, there has to be some sort of explanation. So here he is, his skeptical butt, trying to put my phone back on here, seeing how it could have fallen. But I knew that's my ghost, she's here, I know she's here. So anyways, that had happened. The next thing that had happened was, so Edward and I were downstairs in my living room and we were watching Netflix. And no, it was not Netflix and chilling, okay, chill. But he had gone to use my downstairs bathroom. And the thing about the doorways in my house, especially at night, I hate seeing open doorways because as a little girl I have memories of seeing figures in the doorway. I know it sounds crazy, but because of that experience as a child, I have always closed doors. So I don't like seeing an open doorway. So as he's going to the bathroom, I told him, hey, on the way out, close the door. And he looks at me because I understand that's such an odd request, and he's like, why? And I told Edward, oh, just, it's habit. But at the same time, he knows there's a reason behind that request. So I just kindly ask him again, just please close the door. And when he comes out of the bathroom after he does his business, he has a weird look on his face. And he's like, did you hear that? I honestly heard I thought a muffled woman's voice, but honestly I didn't think anything of it because here I am just chilling on my phone waiting for him to come back so we can continue watching The Office. So that was kind of weird. He didn't really tell me what he heard, but I think he was kind of in denial of hearing something, okay? So that had happened. And then this is the craziest. This is the creepiest thing so far. On my bed frame right here, you see it's like white. It's, I don't know what type of material it is. Let me show you. Let me show you my bed. So on the top of right here, it's a wired string that has hearts on it and it lights up. So let me turn it on for y'all real quick so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Oh my god, I'm so extra. But I just need to explain this so I don't sound psycho. Okay. 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 So y'all see the lights now? Okay, good, because I see them. So those lights, they are not connected to an outlet on my wall. Those lights are connected to a battery box. The thing about that battery box attached to those lights is there are 3 settings. On one side of the box, it's on indefinitely. So if I put it on that switch, it's on 24/7 unless I turn it off. In the middle switch, that means that I think it'll turn off after an hour. So it'll be on for about an hour and then turn off. And then on the other side of the switch, which is the complete opposite of being on indefinitely, it's off. So Edward and I were again in my room just talking, trying to figure out what to do. We're on our phones. And out of nowhere, as we were like laying, those lights turn on. And him and I both go, because it startled us. And he said, hey Alex, like, and right away he was trying to debunk it. And I'm freaking out because I explained to him how that battery box works. And mind you, I had just changed those batteries in like December, so they're good. And I'm freaking out and I'm like, Edward, no, like I swear it was on off mode. So I pull out the battery box to show him, to prove to him. And the switch was on off, yet the lights were on. So I change it to the middle and it's still on because of course that's the setting. Then I change it all the way to on and they still stay on. So I change it back to the setting was on, which was off, and then they turn off. And right away I said, see Edward, like look, see, like this just, it has to be the ghost. Because every time we talk about her, she does something like this. And right away he said, no, you just had it on. So I'm like, okay, Edward, whatever makes you happy. If you want to completely ignore this, I'm cool with that. Hey guys, so I just wanted to show you guys the battery box that controls the lights that I was talking about, just so you guys can have a better understanding of why I was freaking out and the settings on the battery box. As you can see right here, all across this bed of mine, there are lights. Attached to the end of this wiring, it's the battery box. The battery box. I cannot speak today. So, as you can see, oh my god, this is bad. All the way to the right, it's off. If I put it in the middle, I'm sorry, that's left, but if I put it in the middle, these turn on. And then if I put it on the other setting, they stay on because it's on indefinitely. So the setting it's on right now, it's on indefinitely. If I put it in the middle, it turns off in about an hour. If I have it on all the way to the right, it turns off. With that being said, it was on off, tucked under my mattress, and then these turned on. So when I was trying to show Edward what I just showed you guys, he's like, but you just literally turned it on and off again. No, I did not. The setting it was on off, but yet the lights were on. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that real quick so you guys can get like a better understanding of it. But other than that, that's how it works. But that had happened. So another thing to know about that battery box is I tuck it under my mattress because since it's loose wired, like since the wires on the lights are loose, the battery box just hangs after I wrap it around the wire, around my headboard. So I don't want that like swinging around. So I always tuck it under my mattress, okay? The next thing that happened, with that being said, remember, was this. Okay, so that night I had fallen asleep and I wake up in the middle of the night. I heard a voice say, "Where's Edward?" And believe it or not, even though I processed that was being said, I still went back to bed. So I went back to bed, and then I wake up again. And this time I'm waking up with the sound of something hitting my wall, like boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, what the heck is that? And it startles me, and I'm completely awake. And again, I go back to bed. In the morning, I realize that battery box is not tucked under my mattress. And I know a lot of you guys are probably saying like, well, the thing is you probably move a lot in your sleep, or, okay, everyone moves in their sleep, but I do not move a lot. A lot of people tell me like I stay very neutral in my sleep. So I don't know how that happened. Like, what are the odds of the battery box like slipping out and like hitting my wall until I wake up, and then stops right when I'm like awake and aware? I don't know. I just thought it was kind of weird. But with everything happening, that happens after the light incident. I just don't think it's a coincidence. So that being said, yeah, those are the things that kind of happened that really startled me, but at the same time, I didn't want to be too dramatic about it, but I think it's something worth noting, especially the feeling I got after these incidents occurred. I truly felt, oh, like that's something paranormal, and I felt a female presence. So every time that Edward's around, that happens, and I can tell, like, us girls can tell, okay? I don't care if it's another girl, I don't care if it's another, like, hoe, I don't care if it's a ghost. Us girls can tell when someone or a ghost likes like one of our guy friends or a man. Like, you know what I mean? It just, we know, and I know that this ghost has a liking towards Edward, and I know it sounds crazy to say that I think my house ghost has a crush on Edward, but anything is possible in the world of the impossible. So I just thought that was kind of like a cool little update to include you guys in. Sorry about not uploading. I am in business school, as many of you guys may or may not know. I don't know, but that's something you guys know about me now. And I actually have to go to class in like 40 minutes. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment down below. I'll keep you guys updated with my little house ghost, wherever she may be. She hasn't been acting up lately, thank goodness. Like, that was about like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago that all these things started happening. So, I mean, it's bittersweet. I mean, I'm used to it, but at the same time, when things don't happen, I'm like, oh, where'd they go? But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. Yeah, and I'll keep you guys updated soon. So thank you, bye!